92% of SEOs believe their competitors buy links. But then 71% of them say they believe it's possible to rank high on Google slowly through quality content without relying on any backlinks. There have been some really interesting data snippets relevant to SEO and SEO strategy in recent editions of DVE's Perceptive Marketer newsletter.
Hi, Mark. I'm glad you're finding value in the posts, and I hope our subscribers are too. What items caught your eye?
Well, first, let's cover the fact that 92% of SEOs believe their competitors buy links. But then 71% of them say they believe it's possible to rank high on Google slowly through quality content without relying on any backlinks. Then there was a separate article on how long SEO takes to gain traction, announcements about new GenAI search platforms from ChatGPT and Bing, and finally there was a quiz question that asked if the statement, some 99% of those using AI platforms for search are still using traditional search engines as well. And that was a true and false question.
Yeah. That first stat that you went over about the 92% of SEOers believe that their competitors buy links came from the State of Link Building 2024.
Yes, I found that one hard to believe, as most SEOers I know think buying links is old school and black hat. Do you have any thoughts on this?
It struck me odd too, especially since 67% of those surveyed recognize digital PR as a successful or the most successful link building tactic.
Very interesting. Any other thoughts on that post before we move on?
Yes, actually two. The first one is the survey results did not include any mention of leveraging social media posts for authority signals, which, as you know, we have established as a successful tactic.
That's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up. And your second thought?
Oh, although it was buried at the bottom of the article, it is really important to highlight that 71.1% of SEOs surveyed believe that it is possible to rank on Google solely through quality content without relying on any backlinks.
Yeah, I'm glad you called that one out too. I do think high quality and helpful content using EEAT guidelines can generate quick visibility and ranking gains, especially given the recent algorithm updates. However, if your product is in a more competitive environment, and or if you're looking to maintain early successes, you really do need to support your content optimization with links and social signals. The next article I wanted to discuss regarding how long does SEO take for brands to see results?
Yes, that ClickSee article specifically asked the question for e-commerce brands, but we know and agree that applies to all industries.
It does. And while their answer was initially, it depends, they did do a good job describing the arc of SEO success over time.
Yes, and long story short, the basic time frame for starting to see performance indicators for success is about 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months is exactly what we always tell our clients. Let's switch to some SEO related stories. What did you think about the SearchGPT prototype that is combining their AI models with web citations?
Honestly, the screenshots they shared look a lot like Perplexity, which is already an established AI search engine that includes web citations. I'm more excited about Bing testing a new generative search experience that looks like a combination of GenAI and traditional search results. Here's an example from Search Engine Land. You can see that the GenAI response is on the left with some source citations, and the traditional results are on the right.
It's actually a SERP that has potential for both SEO and SEO visibility on the same page. Also another reason to be leveraging both practices as part of an overarching optimization strategy.
Right. Speaking of a dual SEO SAIO strategy, what was your answer to the eMarketer daily quiz we highlighted? True or false? Some 99% of those using AI platforms for search are still using traditional search engines as well.
I'm happy to say I got that one right, and the answer is true. It makes sense given the errors and hallucinations GenAI models are still struggling with. And that's why I like what Bing is testing in terms of showing both results on the same page. It comes out as a form of validation of the AI response. And I think that's a good note to end on today. Thanks, Nat, for all the great work you do pulling together our weekly Perceptive Marketer newsletter.
Thank you, Mark, but it's a team effort. For those of you hearing about Perceptive Marketer for the first time, you could subscribe to learn more about SEO, SAIO, and related digital marketing news weekly by subscribing to our email newsletter on digitalbrandexpressions.com or subscribing to our LinkedIn newsletter.
Well, thanks again, Nat, and I look forward to future editions.